I've actually been quite impressed. Oh, something got in there. Had to have been a rabbit. Yeah, must have been. I've actually been quite impressed. My heater's only been on the first setting, and it is very cold out here right now. It's about minus 12 or so. Oh yeah, something walked along here. It wasn't that long ago. I bet you it was the neighbor's dog. I'll have to shovel some more snow there. Oh yeah. Neighbor's dog chasing rabbits. Ah, darn it. I didn't plan for that. Poor rabbit couldn't get away. Anyway, it's gonna come in here, and it's actually still nice. It's about minus 12, minus 13 outside, or ish, so. Let me just put these down here. Shaking you guys all over the place, sorry. Turn the light on in here. There we go. So the heater is on 1. It's hard to see. 1. It's on 1. Everything's going to sleep in here if it auto refocuses. Everything else looks pretty good. I haven't brought any more in. And the temperature is about 0, and it's been staying 0, which is nice because it's like minus 12, 13 outside, which is, what is that in Fahrenheit? Can I read it with the camera? Like 12? I think that's what that says, 12. So in here it's 0, which is 30 Fahrenheit. And I think that's pretty darn good just for one little thing being done. I still have to rip these benches out of here and insulate these walls because there's lots of cold coming in. There's like a door on the outside over in that corner there. That's just light tin. There's no insulation, so I think that'll help a lot. And I gotta close that curtain like I did with those ones. I've got these ones closed already. And another thing I'm going to do is I got these old towels, and I'm just going to, as an experiment for tonight, I'm going to pin one to the top and pin 2 together because one isn't long enough. Just to see if a curtain in front of this door will make a difference, and it should. The door's all crooked. I have to still lift this roof up. I know I'm shivering. It's freezing. I'm not dressed properly for a full visit outside. Yeah, so if a curtain in front of this door helps, then I'll put a better material curtain. But like I said, I have to jack the roof up on this trailer, and I want to put a frame over here and across to hold it up, since this trailer won't go anywhere, and I have to do the same thing across on the other side to jack the roof up and yeah, make sure it stays waterproof. I have to bring the walls back in because the walls bowed out, secure it, and then I can start gutting it. I can take all these shelves and all this stuff out and like insulate the walls. I think that'll be good. So I'm going to put these up there, and I'll show you that when I'm done. Okay, that's what I did for now, just temporarily. I'll get a bigger old blanket or something like that if a curtain works. So this is just to see if it makes a difference, and I think it will. The towel's not quite white enough, but I think it'll still make a difference. That's all I could do right now. It's all I had on hand right quick. One little thing. Yeah, I think it'll work. And then we'll see. It's supposed to get pretty cold at the end of this week. It's supposed to go like 24 below at night and stuff like that. So I guess we'll just have to take it a bit at a time. I'll have to fix that up, get more safety pins or something. Or put the sideways one at the top. I don't know. Find another one the same width as this striped one and maybe pin it halfway down or something like that would probably be better, but I bet you this will make a difference. Yeah. Oh, little things to improve so I'm not using so much electricity. I haven't gotten this trailer off grid yet. So this is kind of what it looks like from the outside. Blocks the whole door pretty close. Hopefully enough. And I know it'll insulate the window anyway. Just like that. And then any cracks around the door. I know there's a crack around at the top, so yeah, hopefully that makes a difference, and then I'll have to do something about this. You can see it's a lot warmer underneath by the humidity. But that looks like a rabbit and the neighbor's dog. So if they keep doing that, it's gonna wreck my trees here. Looks like they ran over one of my trees there. That's not good at all. Yeah, that tree's knocked right over. I'll have to figure something out here. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to fix that tomorrow. Anyway, thought I'd show you guys that anyway. Yeah. So, it's the first night with that curtain over the door, and it wasn't the greatest curtain. And the temperature with the heater on the first setting stayed pretty close to 0. And I think that's just fine for these trees. My giant sequoias are there. I gotta start bringing more in. So it should warm up here so that ice there will melt. Yeah, I think they'll do just fine this winter. I'll probably put it on the second setting tonight because it's supposed to be a good 6 or 7 degrees colder even. But this curtain works, so today I'm going to find one that actually covers the entire door. It's currently minus 11 Celsius. I forgot to look what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's going to be really sunny, so the trailer will warm up. And as soon as the other trailer's emptied, some of the really hardy trees will go in there. Right now they're all covered. Everything is twinkling. That's because it's cold. Ah, winter. Just getting a small fire going. Not a complete crazy one. Because the door is going to be cracked open today. I'm going to be bringing more trees in since we're getting temperatures that are around minus 25 range. It's minus 17 outside right now. What time is it? It is almost 11 a.m. Oops, I don't know what I did. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm just gonna go over here. So the heater is on 2 now, and it was keeping it about 3 degrees below 0. So just below 30 Fahrenheit. It's minus 17 outside right now, which is about 10 Fahrenheit. So not too bad. So between the wood stove going and the sunshine, it should keep the trailer nice and warm. I have to get all this junk out of here. Hopefully this survived. It took quite a cold before I brought it in, and my pole with the security camera fell on it. I'm not sure if it'll live or not. My wisteria kept trying to bud out, and I'm not sure what it'll do now. I see the ends where the buds were are all dried up. Definitely not doing as well as Nigel's. Hopefully it at least survives. We'll see. I brought all the littles in before. They seem to be okay. And then all these guys are all in. I'm going to try and bonsai these. They're supposed to overwinter. I'm going to have to trim them back. They're peppers. This one I brought in, even though it looks completely dead, the trunk still looks good. So I'm just trying to give it a chance to see what happens. I have to up-pot that to protect the roots, and then I can put it in a cooler spot. The boxwood seems to be okay. All the babies seem to be okay. The cuttings seem to be okay. We'll see if they root. I think everything else is alright, as long as I keep everything a little bit below 0. The giant sequoias scared me. They turn this really bright red. You can't tell because the curtain's yellow, but there's some dried out parts. Like, it still feels soft, so I know they're alive. But there's a few, like this one here, got really hard. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that at least a handful of these guys survive. See how, oh, you can't really see how, let me see if I can lift up the, there. Now you can see how red they are. Isn't that crazy? It scared me, right? Terrified me how red they are. But they don't feel hard and crusty or anything. They still feel soft, so I'm thinking they're okay. Fingers crossed. So that little tin panel there, there's no insulation. It's just thin tin that leads right into the trailer. So I bet if I take those benches out and I insulate that sidewall, the ends are already insulated because I had to rebuild those when I got this trailer. Yeah, and I gotta take that door out of there because I'm gonna build a bus shelter for my kids with that. Ah, so much to do. It's nice and warm in there. I'm gonna work in there today, I think. But I gotta get all these trees picked up now. Especially ones with thin pots like this. Gotta go in. This one should have been in a while ago. Hopefully it's okay. I thought it was more buried in the snow than that. The ones buried in the snow should be fine. Oh, we have a broken pot there. Guess we'll repot in spring. Yeah, and then all the blue spruce are buried under here. And it looks like they got run over by the rabbit and the dog. Not my dog, the neighbor's dog. Hopefully they're okay. But I'll have to get those inside. Oh, I see the rabbit has been at work pruning my pine. Actually, that might be the squirrel doing that. So yeah, I better get them inside today. Might be my only day. I've been working quite a bit lately on the dump truck. So, okay, well, I got that going, and I'll just film a little bit here and there as I go, because I have a lot of different jobs to do all over the place, not necessarily bonsai work. Yeah, and more snow coming. We only got a little skim of snow, about an inch or so, over the last 24, 48 hours-ish, sorta. Yeah. Psst. Look at these. Okay, I got 2 of them. They are so wilted, these poor things. They were bone dry. I just watered them. Hopefully they'll be okay. We'll see. So these stone pines, I've been really hoping that they survive. So I had them completely immersed in water. I laid them down in the washroom sink on their sides and put all their foliage underwater. And this one looks a little bit better. This one here, not so much. It's still pretty limp. I think what might have happened is that they froze in the store. You could see they were limp in the store. I'm really hoping they survive. If anybody has any tips and tricks on how to save a stone pine, I've been told that, from everything I looked up, it seems they're pretty finicky. I'm just looking for, some of them have buds coming out. There's one right there. And I don't know. I have a bit of hope. This branch here's come back to life and it's soft green. The needles aren't falling off or anything. This one here feels more coarse and brittle, but again, the needles aren't falling off yet. And this one, this little branch here kind of looks half decently healthy. Oops, that one. So I don't know. Like if you look at the trunk looks okay, same as this one. If I can find the trunk, there we go. The trunk seems to look okay. Doesn't want to focus, but because the light in here. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm just gonna keep filming little bits and pieces, see if I can get them back to health, or at least have them survive. Yeah, this little piece here is definitely dead. I felt so bad for them. They were bone dry in the store. So maybe I'll soak them, I'll put them underwater again. I saw that the roots they had underneath all turned black and died. When I first brought them in, the roots were still white underneath. So I'm not sure. Fingers crossed. Anyways, these Italian stone pines are something I don't have. And I felt bad for them, so I don't know. I'm just hoping they survive. I definitely won't buy any more from Walmart. Poor things. All right, so it took me a very, very long time to figure out that this had bugs on it because I couldn't see them. That moisture there is not actually from the bugs, it's from slugs earlier this year, and water didn't seem to wash it off. The most affected leaf is this one. And it was when I put it on a higher shelf and I looked up at it with the lights from the back and I saw all the polka dots. And the pot was sticky, so I knew something was going on. The pot was sticky. You can see the stickiness all over the place. Now, my other trees are all really suffering from the soap and water treatment. It's burning the leaves. I'm having to do it about every 4 days, 3-4 days. It's just too much for them. So this one here, since it's got so much brand new growth on it, I'm just going to try straight rubbing alcohol. I guess I should block out the brand, but I'm just going to put it on a Q-tip and I'm going to see if I can disperse of these that way. Oops, I dirtied the tub. Oh no, that means I have to wash it. I don't know how I'm going to do this with one hand, but let's see if we can without spilling everything. Maybe do it this way. Turn the leaf upside down. Now I can't see. Oh yeah, look at those dirty buggers, eh? Okay, let's see if I can. I need to zoom in first. There we go. Now maybe there's some hope of you guys seeing. So I've been seeing a lot of people using just plain rubbing alcohol. I probably shouldn't be looking through the camera, but I actually, with my aging sight, cannot see it unless my nose is right up to it. And they are saying that the rubbing alcohol isn't hurting the plant itself. They're just spraying out rubbing alcohol on the leaves. I don't know if I want to do that. But since there's so much new growth, I figured I could experiment. I don't really see much on there, but figured I could experiment on the old leaves, and then if anything, just cut them off after if it doesn't work. But I need to find some sort of ulterior treatment. Anyways, that's what I'm gonna try on this poor little thing here, and only because there's so much new growth on it. This is a kiwi. I know, kiwi. It's the only survivor from last winter's bugs. So I've got to get it through. No, I don't have them in yet. I haven't been out here today at all. That is one really angry squirrel. It's about -23 right now. It's supposed to warm up again later in the week, but yeah, everything's buried. It should be okay. I'm gonna unlock the trailer and maybe haul a couple of things in. I have to put some gloves on. It's pretty darn cold out here. So the trailer went I think to about -5 last night, but it was about -27 out here. I'll put that somewhere on the screen what the Fahrenheit is, because I don't quite know it off by hand. But the wind is making it feel like it's -30 something or other. And my hands are freezing pretty quick. You can tell that the dog doesn't care what the temperature is out here. He just wants to play in the snow. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see through the window. Oh, it's right on 0 in there now. It's not gonna let us look with the camera. It used to. I remember I used to be able to look through there, but I'm not sure what happened, but it stopped letting me do it. Move back to focus, it says, but it focuses on the screen. Oh well. It's even too cold to go for a walk, even though the dog really wants to go. Yeah, huskies. Okay, I'm gonna unlock that door and put a couple more things inside and then go back inside. I was gonna work in the carport today, but it's even too cold for that, even with the sun beaming in there. Yeah. My Italian stone pines, leaving them overnight in the sink here and there. Just hoping that they saturate a little bit better. So what I do is I take them out of here and I put them on the tub and I put a rag or something underneath to pull more of the moisture out, so they don't get root rot. It seems to have made a difference with this one. I'm just hoping it works with the other one. So this is what those stone pines should look like. You can tell they were grown from seeds. They still have their baby needles at the bottom, so they must be like 1 year old. Super nice little tree. I got this from a nursery, but it looks like it's from the same company, same everything. Just these ones are healthier. I only got one. So this is what mine look like now. I just cut all the dead stuff off of this one. See the difference? It's quite the difference, eh? It is, sadly. So I just cut this pile of stuff off of here, which was all the dead foliage at the end. Hopefully it'll save this one. There's still some live foliage on here. The tips near the bottom. This one here is faring a little bit better. I didn't cut anything off yet. If you look, there's still viable green needles in there. And it's not super limp anymore. So you can see the viable green in there. So it has some life in it. I might go through and cut, like this one is obviously dead. So I might go through and cut back to buds. But this one for sure has live parts to the needles here. So I want to leave all that as much as possible. You can see this branch here, especially after the second soaking, it's come right back. It's green, it's viable. So who knows, maybe it will survive. I'm not sure. We have to wait and see. So I've got it. I've got them both on a rag here. So that what that'll do is it'll absorb all the water out of the bottom of the pots, out of the soil, and drip it down into the bathtub. This old bathtub, I have them here. And help dry the soil out. You can see the little baby needles there from when it was grown. So I know these ones are grown from seeds, they're not cuttings. And then my live one here. We'll see if I can keep it alive. Yeah. Hopefully these guys survive. Poor little things. Unreal. Yeah, so that's it. That's all. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be safe out there.